And now the Hansons on Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 156 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. Buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy some virtual beers.
We will happily chug them.
I will chug them.
You can chug them.
Hansonsonhiatus.com. You can, there's all the links to the podcast there. You can check out the merch shop where we got podcast stuff, doggy stuff, kitty stuff.
Holiday stuff.
And upcoming is St. Patty's Day.
You still have time. Get your stuff. Get your cheers fuckers with the shamrocks and all this stuff.
In the green.
In the green. It was a big seller last year.
Yeah, get the thong. I don't know if we have one.
I don't know. That would be great if we had thongs.
Yeah.
Cheers fuckies.
Yeah.
Would it be on the string or the never?
No, it'd be on the front.
Okay.
And then maybe on the back. Like real small. Like when they do like remember, was it like a Disney or something? They would like write your name on a grain of rice.
Oh yeah, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But anyway, you also at hansonsonhiatus.com, you can become a monthly fucky supporter. You can be a little fucky for $1 a month. You can be a medium fucky for $5 a month, or you can be a big old fucky for $10 a month.
And we love all our fuckies, paid and free.
We sure do. I want to thank some of our paid fuckies. We want to thank Adam King, Doug T, Justin, Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Thor, Brian P, Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, Tom, Miss Dicky D, Melissa, Eric, Lindsay, Jasmine, Jorge, Stephanie, Andrea, Brittany, Jackson, Jared, and Samantha.
Yay!
Oh, buddy. Well, and we got some more names to read because it was your birthday this past Monday.
It was.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
What was it? Christina sent 4 virtual beers, and she says, "Happy birthday, Alexis."
Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone for all the birthday wishes and all the love and the messages and everyone reaching out. It made your girl feel super special.
Yes, and we also posted up your Venmo in case anybody else wanted to buy. You know, some people don't want to get into the buymeacoffee.com or whatever if they haven't used it before. And anybody that has bought us virtual beers, thank you so much. I know like a new platform sometimes can be confusing, but it's very simple to be honest. But sometimes Venmo is easier, so I put that up for your birthday. Yes. You want to read them?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll say Venmo beers. I want to thank Eric, my brother, Greg and Julie, Nikki D, of course, the famous Nikki D, Genevieve, Jared, Jessica, Brandon, Joshua, Emily, Angela, Stacy, Hooker Neal, and the most favorite, Tom Hawkinson. Not most favorite, but favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. That was super nice
sweet.
of everybody.
I was so excited and so happy, and I probably drank that many beers.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Maybe.
And also, I know you read Nikki D's name off there. I'm not going to say anything yet, but keep an eye on her socials because she has a new project coming up that I think you guys will like. So
I'm very excited about it.
Check out that Miss Nikki D. I don't know. Is she 33 still on her Facebook?
Oh,
or like her fan page?
I thought you were saying, is she still 33 years old?
No, it was like
she
Nikki
will
D.
love you for saying that. Yes.
No, she's just Nikki D now. Okay, yeah, one word, Nikki D. So yeah, go ahead and follow her if you aren't already.
We love us some Nikki D. Yes, we do.
Oh, maybe that isn't the right one. Hang on, let me make sure. Let me double check.
Oh yeah, but yeah, thank you everyone for just
right
everyone reaching out and all the messages. And some people I haven't heard from in a while and connections from a long time ago, just reaching out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And happy birthday to all my Pisces brothers and sisters.
Yeah, all you fishy,
so
all your fishy fucks out
all
there.
my fishy friends.
What are Pisces known for? Actually, let me look up and see if you know.
Well, Pisces are the fish. We're a water sign.
Well, I know what fish are. I mean, I'm just saying, like, what like personality wise.
We take on everybody's like mood or like sad or happy or this or that. We try and be like your friend, and we can adapt to your mood because we're very intuitive and like empath or something like that we can. You know, we feel everybody's mood and try and take it on to try and help.
Yeah.
Very sympathetic.
Pisceans Pisceans are known for being highly empathetic, creative, intuitive, and often balancing fantasy with reality.
Yes, that's me.
How do you feel about zodiac signs?
I think as I get older, I think there's definitely, I believe in zodiac signs for my yaya back in the day.
Right.
She was very big into astrological things and all that. But I didn't realize that you could be a Pisces, but there's very difference in the month, obviously. But then also male or female are very different, because I just notice a lot of my close people like you, one of my best friends, Lindsay. You guys are Cancers. You're also water signs. But then a lot of friends that I have are like Pisces, Aries, kind of around that. So a lot of creative people, a lot of, moody, broody type of people. But I believe in it.
You believe in it.
I do. I think
So
you are definitely a typical Cancer.
Right. But do you, so let's look. I'm not saying it's completely fake. I just don't believe in it, because I look at science and I think, so when you were born is basically just when your parents had sex.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the zodiac or anything like that.
When you pop
and
out.
then the type of personality you are is a little, you pop out. Pop. Your type of personality you are is usually a little bit of nature, a little bit of nurture.
Right.
So if you had, let's say you had two really hot-headed parents, and genetically you would probably be similar, or you would have similar, like a lot of times you're a lot like your parents. And of course people are can be very different from your parents depending on your upbringing and stuff like that. But do you think that everybody in the world that was born on, within a certain number of days, that overrides their DNA and their traits and their personality and everything that's passed down from your lineage?
Maybe not overrides it, but adds to it, because my parents, they're both Geminis. They're both complete opposites, but the same at the same time. And you comment frequently that me and my brothers are not like them. They're very like passionate, aggressive, Pittsburgh Greek people, like this and that, and like blah blah blah. We're very timid, like it's okay, let me fix things, let me whatever, which could have been from their attitudes that made us this way. But I would like to think that my astrological sign has a little bit to do with it too.
Well,
maybe
to
just
me,
a little sprinkle.
that is more of a nurture thing, like maybe how you grew up and your experiences and your stuff and that type of thing developed your personality.
But aren't we like all made of like stars or something, like stardust?
Yeah,
or,
technically,
parts of it, and so that's your science. You should say there's stars in my body, so that's what
stars in
I'm
my
just
body.
shining.
But I just think I feel like it's very similar to reading horoscopes, where if
you could definitely,
if you hit on it, if you read your horoscope and it's like, oh, you're gonna find, you're gonna come into some money. You're like, oh, my grandma just passed it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's true.
I got a
But
new
if
job.
it says like, you're gonna meet a woman with a red hat today or something, and you don't, you're just like, okay, whatever.
Maybe you did and you just didn't see her.
But but I feel like it's similar when you run in, like, if you find somebody's birthday out and then they're like, oh, you're a Pisces also. I can tell because we're very similar and blah blah blah. But if you meet somebody and they have a certain, let's say a Leo or something, and you're like, you're probably a Leo, right? And you're like, oh no, I'm a Pisces. And oh really? And then you just go about your day, but you don't like hone in on the fact that it's wrong.
Yeah.
You only latch onto the thing when it lines up for you.
You could say that.
That's how I think about it.
I can agree with you on that. I don't think it's like 100%, but when you go through your day and you're like, what is happening today? There's something in the universe that's like pushing me this way or pushing me that way. I think there is something definitely that is also affecting you. I don't know if it's astrology or what, but I would hope to think that there's just something more than us just, this is you and this is me. And some people choose to be terrible people and some people choose to be really good people. I think it has a little bit to do with their background.
You don't think it could just be a coincidence
that
you're having a bad day and you just think, and then
don't shit on my stars.
I'm not. It's similar to my views on like religion and stuff,
right?
Where first of all, animals don't have those things. So I would say the same thing.
Animals don't have what?
Like religions typically, I
Maybe
mean,
they
as
do.
far as we know, but I'm just saying, like, when in our organized religions, you don't talk about anything about animals. It's just only it pertains to humans. But what the point I'm getting at is with zodiacs is, do you think animals have the same thing? Do animals have different personalities because they were born in a certain type of year?
Probably. I mean, we've had 3 dogs now, and they're all very different personalities, very different.
This gecko I saw outside is such a bitch. He had to be born in July.
That's when you were born.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that.
You were like, Pisces, no.
Anyway, I think we
Yeah.
got into getting high with the Hansons a little early, so let's continue on.
And that's our episode.
Yeah,
Have a
there
great
you go.
day.
Have a good one. Getting horoscopes with the Hansons.
Yes.
Go ahead. You want to go ahead and read the comments from last
Oh,
episode?
sure. I would love to. This is a long one. This is from our girl Tata. We hope we're saying your name right.
I hope you're a girl.
I know. Hope you. Tata said, glad all is well in Playa. I agree that people suck at geography, but also the State Department did issue a travel advisory and a temporary shelter in place for Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, when everything went down in Puerto Vallarta. That put people who have immediate travel plans in a very tough predicament. Yes. I agree.
And that's what I think we were trying to say is, like, we get it and we appreciate everybody that cares and everything. Yes. But we've gotten different types of messages. So maybe we weren't very clear about, like, we've gotten messages that where we could tell people didn't know where the fuck we live or where the incidents were happening. And we did hear about that too. But to be fair also, like, I think most of the time the US government or State Department has a travel warning on a lot of places where a lot of people go anyway. Like, I think your brother's girlfriend who's in the military, she had to get like approval to come to like this area, like Cancun and stuff. I'm like, there's fucking 17-year-olds here on spring break by themselves. Like, let's be honest.
She had to report exactly where she'd be in Cancun, Playa, and then I think we went down to like Tulum or somewhere.
Yeah, it was like a different zone or something.
They had to let them know.
And the State Department just put that, and to anybody that didn't listen to the last episode, we're obviously talking about the cartel guy that the Mexican military took out, and then there was some backlash over in Puerto Vallarta and Jalisco. But there's always kind of some kind of warning or whatever wherever you travel. But the one that they put on our area, I think it was just when everything was kind of up in the air and nobody really knew what was going on. It was almost like 9/11 where they like downed all the planes just to like, okay, let's reassess what's happening here. I think that's what was going on, because they lifted it like less than 24 hours after they did that. And we didn't even, like, if we didn't pay attention or if somebody didn't tell us, we wouldn't even have known that, because like the Mexican government was like, no, nothing's going on here. Like, this is where the area is.
Yeah, we're like, what's going on?
So the U.S. State Department's always a little more, overly cautious about things, where they always have like warnings about places that are completely safe.
And we're probably a little less worried because we get an abundance of messages from friends and family as soon as any kind of news thing goes out, and they'll be like, this says Playa del Carmen, there was a body found, and then you'll look at it and go, this is nowhere near us, it's not even Playa del Carmen, it's down,
like Ciudad del Carmen, and it's in Tabasco or wherever.
But no, always reach out. We're always appreciative.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But it does kind of highlight some of the geography things, and not just for this, but for a lot of things. Like when there was a hurricane in, I don't know where, maybe it was Puerto Vallarta, or no, maybe it was Acapulco or something.
Oh,
it was
Acapulco,
like, it was like, we're not near that either,
No.
But I get it. Like, people are just
suck
concerned.
At geography. I don't even U.S. geography.
I'm pretty good, but I also look things up before I ask about, if like there was a tornado in the state of wherever, Georgia, and I'd probably look up where it was before I message my friends in Atlanta. I'm like, no, that's down in Waycross. It's not even near it.
Right.
So but whatever. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody that was concerned and did message us.
Yeah. That was scary though, but we had a lot of friends that flew in and out that day, a couple that didn't, over like their choice, but it's all good now.
Yeah.
We're all good, living in paradise.
Yeah.
Next comment is from our girl Jen. That's why we didn't message you. It's like something going on in New York City, but you live in LA. Nowhere near each other.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And Jen. I think more our comments were kind of like, we were talking about how most of Americans are very uneducated about the provinces of Canada and the states of Mexico. Most people don't even know how many states are in Mexico. Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
50?
No. No, there's 31 states, and then Mexico City is like Washington D.C. So there's 32 entities, but yeah, 31 states.
Very nice.
And I know many of them, but I probably couldn't name all of them. And before moving here, I probably could only name like 5 of them.
Yeah, no.
And didn't really know Canada very well.
No.
I didn't know where majority of Canadians live below this like certain parallel line where it's like 90% of the population and the rest of it's just like fucking bears and moose and beavers and shit.
I will say a lot of our Canadian friends, they know their geography.
Jen's going to correct us. Like, there's not fucking beavers where I live.
I know. Maybe there's beavers. But like a lot of our Canadian friends do know a lot of the United States geography and Mexican geography. And then we really don't know a lot about theirs.
That's where we get that bad reputation of like, we don't know anything about anybody else.
I think our friend Jeff was like, you Americans, you don't know anything about Canada. I'm like, we really don't. They don't teach us. I guess I should like take it upon myself to learn, but
I mean, the Super Bowl showed us a lot of Americans don't even know Puerto Ricans are American. So like, we're not,
I knew that.
Yeah.
I did know
we
that.
pick and choose what to be good at.
Yes. Or what I pay attention to.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this past weekend, actually, I'll ask you, eventful?
Well,
yeah, or I guess
I'll give it a yes, eventful. In maybe not
in Alexis terms.
In Alexis terms, very eventful, very relaxing, very chill. Very
your 22nd birthday.
22nd birthday, lived it up. No, it was great. I just wanted to like slow down and relax with my 2 favorite guys. And Camonito had the best time, and I hope you had a good time.
Yes, we sure did.
Time. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, if you missed last episode, we went to a city called El Cuyo. Yo.
El Cuyo.
And it is in the state of Yucatan, which is right next to us, but it's like the top of like the little curl of Mexico. So, we're up there on, the north tip of our peninsula.
You should put a little map in our video, like, bing, here you go. Here it is. You are here.
So since we have a dog now, we had to rent a car.
Yes.
And it's about 2.5 hours from us. And it is also an hour behind us because they are in, they're not in, I guess they're central time zone, but they don't change. Like this Sunday, I believe. The U.S. change. Well, we don't, but the U.S. changes. So right now, where we are in Quintana Roo, we are on East Coast time. Right. But when the U.S. changes, that we were there for East Coast for 6 months. When the U.S. changes on Sunday, then we will be in Central time or aligned with Central time because we don't move.
We don't change.
But we drive, a little bit to the west here, and we're in another time zone. So we do time zones. We just don't change anymore, or Mexico doesn't.
Thank God.
Yeah. So we rented a car, and we go to this one car rental place that we always go to just because it's usually easy peasy, out the door, flat rate, insurance included, whatever. So I get the car. Usually what I do, I walk to pick up the car, and then I bring it back, or I drive it back to the apartment, and then we can load the car up there so we don't have to bring everything, right?
Of course.
So I do that, and I'm like, man, this car is super hard to like turn. Like I thought the wheel was like sticky or something.
Yeah.
And there was like, a lot of times the rental cars here, they got a light on, some kind of indicator light in the car,
Yeah.
And there was this one on, and I can't remember what it said. TP. I want to say TPS, but that's not what it is.
TPS
but TPS reports. So I look it up, and it's the power steering, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense why it's hard as fuck to turn.
That may not be good.
Yeah, and so
we might need that.
I get there to the apartment, and I was like, should we just like go get some power steering fluid and just put it in there so we can get on the fucking road? And you're like, no, go back and take it back. So I take it back, and they say the mechanic area station, whatever, is not open yet or something. And they don't have any other cars. And
yeah, it was like 11 in the afternoon.
I know, right? It was
like
on a
noon.
Friday. So I take it back, or I was like, take it back there, and they say, Yeah, well, no, it's okay. And I was like, okay, I just want you to mark it on my account. Like, if something happens
Yeah.
because of me driving on, I don't know a lot about cars, so I don't know
Yeah.
if the power steering fluid being low is bad.
I'm sure. I'm sure
I
it is.
Googled it. It didn't seem great.
Thank you, Google.
But so we're like, all right, I guess I'll just, I'm driving straight most of the time, so I guess just turn him and put some muscle into it.
Oh my gosh.
So we're go back to the apartment, pick you up, put all our stuff in it. I go to look in the hood to see if I can see anything. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
No.
Like, I'm like, oh, whatever. It's like,
You
if it was a
and your
computer,
mom.
I could tell you.
You
But-
and your mom were opening it. I was
Yeah.
like, what are we going to do
Shut it,
here?
get in the car, turn it on, works fine.
Ta-da.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like, so it might have not even been the power steering fluid. It might have just been the electrical or something. Like,
Yeah,
maybe a
maybe.
wire got jiggled loose or something.
I imagine the car going, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was Alexis's birthday trip. Let me get my shit together and get ready.
Yeah.
And it did.
So we get on the road and we start heading out. And first part of the road, so we basically go like west and then north.
Yeah.
And if you looked at the map of the Yucatan Peninsula, it's a lot of jungle and like little villages.
A lot.
We get on the toll road because there's a little toll road for the first part of it.
It was a nice
And
road.
yeah, it was very nice.
Very nice.
And then we get off the
Very
toll
nice.
road and we're like, it's like we're out in the country. Like, it's
Yeah.
not gravel, but the roads are not well maintained. There's speed bumps here are called topes. So
Oh,
there's like
man.
tons of topes, like do-doom, do-doom, and they're not painted. There's very few
Oh,
signs.
yeah. You're like, oh, no, Tope. Came when Ito's like,
Yeah.
everywhere.
And there's all these like dogs and stuff everywhere. Just stray
Or
dogs.
maybe
And-
people's dogs.
yeah, maybe people's dogs. I don't know, but they're just like laying on the road and like just hanging out.
One of them we thought was dead. He was directly in the middle of the road, and we're like going by honking, and he's just like, "What? I'm napping." Like, oh my god.
But when we go through these little villages, I mean, it's like if you drove through it at full speed, you'd pass it in like a minute. But since there's
Yeah.
like tope, that's why, because they want you to slow. It's like a one lane or like a one light town basically.
Yeah, little baby.
But they're like
towns.
little Mayan villages, basically. And some like little shacks, and some people have like kind of cute little houses and stuff. But I don't know what the fuck these people are doing there. I've decided they're only making food and moving rocks.
Yes.
Because that's all I saw people doing. They're making food out in their yards, and then lots of guys moving rocks into trucks.
We saw a lot of rocks and cinder blocks and just dirt being hauled around. Really weird.
Yeah, so we had to watch out for the speed bumps. And then where we get to like the top part of the peninsula, it's like an area that is, you could tell, was underwater at one point, and that, like, since the oceans have subsided over however many thousands of years, it's like just kind of like a little bit of marsh where we start to go. And so like there's a road out to El Cuyo, which is this little tiny village. Actually, let me see how many people live. How many people do you think live there?
500. I don't know. 1,000.
I feel like it'll be more than that.
Really?
1,500.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
It was barely saw people.
But it's
I'm-
basically like a sandbar.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big sandbar. So you got to take the skinny road through like kind of the wetland, like pool area, because it's
Yeah.
like where the ocean subsided, but there's still like shallow water there.
Yeah. If they flood, that road is.
Yeah,
Gone.
that's the only way to get out, apparently.
I don't know.
So yeah, we go through there, and we're almost to the town, and we look to the left, and we see a bunch of flamingos.
Yay!
Yeah, and like
for
that was one
free.
of the things you wanted to see.
I want to see the flamingos. I want to see the pink lagoons. I want to see the beach.
Yes.
And I saw check.
check. So we get to the hotel. Just amazing. I mean, it's not like 4-star like resort
yeah.
amazing, but it wasn't like some shitty Airbnb staying in somebody's house or whatever.
It was great. The bed was great. We had great patio overlooking the ocean and palm trees,
Yeah.
and we saw birds every morning.
And their city is
It's
very
great.
cool because like they don't do what Playa did and built all the hotels right up to the beach.
Right.
It's like there's just homes, like
Yeah.
houses, like little shacks almost, and they have a beach access that go over the like the sand dunes and the mangroves and everything.
Mangroves, yeah.
And then and so we're right across the street. So we have an ocean view, 3rd floor,
Beautiful.
great king bed. Just there's a convenience store at the bottom of our little hotel that has what did it
They
have
had
like
beer, liquor, vino.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think? It's 7, 8 rooms, I guess.
Yeah, maybe 8
6.
rooms. And there wasn't. I don't think they were all full while we were there.
No, yeah. But we got 4 nights, 5 days for like $275.
It was
So
a steal.
great deal.
It was the cheapest thing in El Cuyo.
Yeah, it was. Well, it wasn't the cheapest.
Oh, okay.
We could have been in some shacks.
Oh, true,
Yeah.
true.
But that we met our neighbors Corey and Fernando.
Yeah, they were there.
They happened to be there. Like, this is a little town of 1,500 people, 2.5 hours away, and we run into our neighbors there that live on our street.
Well, they kind of told us they might go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, didn't run into them.
Yes.
Like, but we didn't plan to go together. Like, we
No.
just happened to be going at the same time.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to go stay there that weekend. They're like, "Hey, do you care if we crash your birthday?" I was like, "I would love you to come," and we
Yeah.
had a great time. It was really nice to have like another couple there to, pop around
Yeah.
and have some cocktails.
But the town, I will say, like, if you've ever been to Holbox, it's, a little town with dirt roads and golf carts and stuff like that. Very, like, more rustic than Tulum.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably like Holbox is like Tulum 10 years ago, maybe, or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And then, so I would say El Cuyo is Holbox 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
Like, there's not a lot there.
not a lot, but enough. To have
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I will say, even though it was like a sleepy little kind of fishing village, and I guess it's a big area to do kite surfing,
Oh yeah, lots of good breezes.
not cheap. It was not. It was a little pricey. Some of the restaurants we went to, you're paying like $8-9 for a cocktail.
Yeah,
And
I mean, they were good sizes.
I was at first I was thinking like, oh, why are they doing this? Like, the tourism can't be that much here because not a lot of people seem to come there.
No.
Or it's not like a normal touristy place to go.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe since they are so remote, I mean, they don't have a grocery store. They don't have I think there's one gas station and everything. And then, you have to go across the road or across the lagoon that we took and then go to the next big town, wherever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Maybe the drinks and things like that are more expensive because it's harder to get the liquor and, supplies and stuff in there. So maybe we're paying a little
Probably.
import fee into this tiny village.
I'm sure. And it was okay. I mean, it wasn't exactly playa prices, but it wasn't cheap. Other cheaper places.
Yeah.
And it was like in the middle.
yeah, it wasn't the cheapest. But even though it was only an hour behind, for some reason, we woke up at like 6 a.m. every day.
Yeah, we woke up early.
Yeah. Well, I woke up at 6 a.m. the first day to watch the sunrise,
You did.
which, amazing.
Gorgeous.
'Cause
Every
we-
morning.
In Playa, we can watch the sunrise over the ocean, but it sets over the jungle.
Right.
Here, since you're at the top, you can see it rise and set over the water.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But
I
so
think we got up every morning. For
yeah,
for
we did.
sunrise. Yeah.
Every morning we woke up at 6 a.m. We'd go to the beach all day.
Mm-hmm.
We'd start drinking and smoking and partying a little early. And then when we'd be done, it'd be like 1 o'clock. But
Yeah.
it felt like 5 o'clock because we'd been at the beach for like 4 or 5 or 6,
Oh,
7 hours.
My
or something.
birthday day when we were at the beach, we're like, oh God, it's got to be almost dinner time. What time is it? And you'd be, it's only 1. We're like, oh no, what do we do now? We're already drunk.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Let's go have lunch. It was great.
But Que Monito had the best time. It was
So
really
much
nice because it's a beach where there's barely any people on it,
Yeah.
and there's not lifeguards or anything that are going to yell about your dog being out there or
And it's
whatever.
dog friendly as
Yeah.
long as they're on a leash. But a lot
But
of people,
nobody did that, so
Yeah.
it was nice. But yeah, he could just run in the water, and he loves like little pieces of seagrass. He would just go into the water up to his elbow. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know what you call it. And he just bat at it.
He
He's just
could
like,
be out there all day. He was swimming around. He was running. We were playing fetch. He was taking naps out there. He's like, I could live here forever. I'm a beach puppy.
Yeah, so yeah, Que Monito had the best time. But while we were there for your birthday, we wanted to do an excursion. Just like something fun, kind of up your alley, and you love flamingos. So we did the Pink Lakes of Las Coloradas, and it's if you've ever seen pictures, it's these huge pink lakes, and they're not natural, or they kind of are, but it's the reason they're pink is because the salt concentration and microorganisms, right? And I think the flamingos eat them, right? Is that why they're pink?
Flamingos eat them and they turn pink.
Yeah.
That's why they're white when they're born. Didn't know that. Well, we learned that at Ashkaret, but the babies are white, and then they eat these little kind of like krill little microorganisms that are pink, and it turns them pink.
So we decide to go there, and there's 2 different routes. It shows you can go straight across. It looks like it's along the beach for like an hour and 20 minutes, or you can go down south and then back up from another town, and it's like 3 hours. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna drive the hour and 20 minute one.
Get that.
So we GPS it and we start going, and it takes us like straight into the woods, like in the brush. And
Jungle.
yeah, we're like, what the fuck? 1-lane road. And we get in there and we have to put in our mirrors on the sides because it's so tight. We're like hitting branches and trees and shit. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? So we're just going along and it's just 1-lane highway, or not even highway. It's like rocks and sand and dirt and potholes. So I'm going like 15 miles an hour because I got the rental car and I didn't get the insurance, of course. Yeah. So we're just going along and I start to think like, what are we going to do if somebody comes along the opposite way?
Oh, God.
Well, we found that out. And you're basically playing car chicken because it's just like you both start going towards each other and then whoever decides to stop first, they got to back up. And there's very few places to like get over because there's trees on each side of you.
Oh yeah, and it's not even like a man-made, hey, we dug this out so you could pull over. It's just where cars have literally pulled over into the woods.
Yeah, so so whoever decided, like one time I guess my first time I was like, oh shit, I guess I should back up. So I'm backing up and trying to figure out where to go.
Thank God you're a good driver.
So nobody's coming behind me. And then we come up to another. I was like, "Fuck that! This guy's backing up this time."
This is awkward.
He decides, okay, I got to back up, and it's just crazy. So then I'm backing up again, and then sometimes when we did pass people, we got real close to them, and they put their mirrors in, and then the guy like rolled down his window, and he's like, "Are we almost there?" And I'm like,
"You boys like Mexico? Yeah!"
Everyone looked terrified.
"Oh
Welcome
shoot!"
to Mexico.
Yeah, but it was an experience driving there. It was scary.
Thank you for driving. I appreciate you so much, and it was. I think you've driven worse places, honestly.
Yeah.
So we're alive to tell the tale.
Yeah, we are. And so we get there, and it's not pet friendly, and we knew this ahead of time. But we have Monito, and we can't leave him in the hotel because we don't want. He's still a puppy, so he cries, and we don't want to like annoy the other guests.
Bark his face off.
So I took one for the team, and I said, like, this is your birthday, this is your thing. I'll sit in the car with him, and then you go in and do the tour.
You're so nice.
So
I thought we would switch, honestly, and then
I did too, but
out.
it was like I wanted to get back and go to the beach, and like I could see the Pink Lakes. I just didn't get to go in and like see everything. So how was it? What'd you do?
It was great. I had I went in. You had to pay for your little ticket thingy, and it was a really nice like welcome center. They had bathrooms and a gift shop. I thought it was just gonna be like a dude in a hut with like, give me your pesos and
go fucking walk around these Pink Lakes.
Just don't swim or something. But it was really organized. They had a bunch of guides there, and you had to take a guide. You could not go by yourself. So you could either take a bus tour or a boat tour or a walking tour. I thought the walking tour I could just go do by myself, but they told me no again.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. My guide was named Abraham. He was amazing, and he was laughing at me that I was by myself on my birthday.
Does he go by Abe? Would he be Abe?
I don't know, but he said, "My name is Abraham." I was like, "Oh, like Selena's dad," but that didn't hit. So
like Selena's dad?
Selena, her dad was named Abraham.
Who knows that?
If you love Salinas, you know her dad's name is Abraham. All my Mexican friends right now are going, "Yes, I know who Abraham."
And all of my American friends are going, "Lincoln, motherfucker, Lincoln."
Abraham Lincoln. But so it was really cool. We got to go in this like observation tower and take like 360 views, and then he walked me into like where the salt is, and I'm used to going on tours. You don't fucking touch anything. You don't touch anything. You don't swim. These are natural habitats and belong to Mexico. Not me. Not mine to touch. He was like, "Oh yeah, you can. This mountain is made of salt. You can climb on it. You can walk up there and feel it and do whatever you want." I'm like, okay, just this giant pile of salt.
Because it's a salt company now, right? That
Correct.
excavates the salt, basically.
It's the brand.
Salsol.
Salsol brand.
So who wouldn't want, your dog shit
feet.
covered shoes to be on their salt?
He
Not
said-
saying you have dog shit.
He
You
said,
should be.
"Don't worry, it goes through like a process
I'm sure. Yeah.
and all
Well, they
that."
can't wash it, right? I mean, when you get salt wet, it
I'm not sure what
dissolves.
He did not explain how they process it, but I assume there is hopefully, I don't know, a disinfecting laser beam or something. I don't
There's
know.
one Mexican guy back there with a margarita glass, and he's rolling it through it. He's like, "This
like,
is
there
how
you
we
go."
process it. Does it stick to the glass? Okay.
Oh my god! So he gave me some like history about everything and what they do there, and got to climb on the salt, and then we got to see a little tank with the little microorganisms. They kind of remember sea monkeys back in the day
Yeah.
that we'd have as kids, and you put them in the little thing. That's what they looked like, very very teeny
Little krill
tiny krill
type
yeah.
thing.
So that was cool. And then he was the best guy. He took tons of pictures of me. I was like, "Can you take a picture of me here? Can you take a picture of me there?"
That's
And he
nice.
had all these cool, like, "Oh, do this, not that. Like, go over here. I have an idea." So he was really nice. I gave him a tip at the end. But at the end of our tour, so we're heading back, and he's like, "So all these pools you cannot swim in, but now we've made this last pool you can swim in." And he goes, "You can float because it's salt." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I understand." He's like, "Go ahead, go swim." And I was like, "No, thank you. I don't want my hair in a bunch of salt and whatever." But I was like, "Can I put my feet in?" So I put my little feet in, and I thought it'd be like really stinky, because
Why?
I don't know that like
Our friend Jeff has that too. And I
yeah,
was
the
like, I don't know.
microorganisms just look like in like fish and kind of like I don't know, oceany stuff has that like funky smell.
Yeah.
It really didn't have that kind of a smell. Maybe from the salt, it's kind of purifying it or something.
Yeah.
But I put my feet in it. It was really warm because it's in the sun. And then I put my hands in it and I smelled it, and it didn't like smell like anything. So I don't know.
Oh, weird.
But it was fun. It wasn't an exciting tour, but I was excited.
Yeah,
and I think
it's worth seeing. Like,
yeah.
and some of the YouTube videos we watch about it, it was like, don't like come here just to do this,
Yeah.
but like if you're in the area and you're going to like the biosphere or whatever, just like it's a good stop, but like
yeah.
it's not worth like it wouldn't be worth only traveling from Playa for that for
Right.
3.5, 4 hours to get there.
come to find out that tour is just like a little part of a bigger tour you can take.
Yeah.
So we could have gone on like a boat or a bus, and they take you to all the other preserves and the flamingos, and you can see fish and crocodiles and all these things.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, I don't have
the
time for that today.
Rio Lagartos or something, Los Lagartos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had friends that went on there, and they said it was fun, but not a whole day adventure. So that's nice. This tour cost me, I think it was less than 300 pesos at the end of the day.
Yeah, so like 16, 17
Yeah.
bucks.
And then I
That's
spent
not bad.
another 300 some pesos in the gift shop. So, but I had to get a hat, and I had to get Quemonito a flamingo.
Yes, yeah, that was nice. And then you asked the tour guide he asked how we got here or got there.
Oh yes, he was like, "So where do you live?" I'm telling him about Playa del Carmen, and he knew it. And then he's like, "Where are you staying?" El Cuyo. And he was like, "Oh, how you're staying in El Cuyo, or you came from Playa?" I was like, "No, we're staying in El Cuyo right there. We came up this way." And he was like, "You mean you came around and ended up here this way?" And I said, "Nope, we took a little skinny road over there that way." And he was like, "I don't know what you're like." He just looked at me like I was crazy. Like he had no idea what I was talking about. And then I kind of stopped because I thought I was telling on us, like we weren't supposed to
Yeah.
take that road. So I was just like, "Oh, maybe I'm confused. My husband drove. I don't know." And he goes, "Yeah, you probably came around that way." I was like, "Probably. I don't know." So I thought he was going to be like, "That's forbidden. You're going to jail."
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, when we were leaving, we took the same road back, and we had kind of slowed down to see some of the flamingos and take pictures. And
Yeah.
this fisherman, we saw some fishermen go while
yeah.
we were going, but they're all on motorcycles. This fisherman on a motorcycle comes up to us, and I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I heard him say "guide."
Yeah.
So we're thinking, and I just said thank you, and we just drove off.
I'm like,
But-
"This is my guide."
Yeah, but I don't know if he was saying you need a guide to be in this area, or maybe he was asking if we wanted a guide. I don't know. But then we continued on a little bit, and then another guy stopped, and he said something. He started to say something to us, and I was like, "Hola, buenos dias," and then we just fucking
Gracias,
drove
bye.
off. But he had like a little badge or something on. So I don't know if he was like security with the salt like company that kind of
Maybe
like runs
salt
that area.
security.
Salt security.
And we saw other people, it looked like on a tour. There were like 4 or 5 people with a dude, and they all turned around and looked at us driving by, and they all had like the mud, salt, clay stuff on their body.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, this is why you need a guide, because dumb people like this will come out here and jump in the flamingo ponds and ruin everything for the rest of us. So,
Yes. Yeah.
That's why you have to pay for a tour.
That's right. So then we get back to El Cuyo. It was worse going back because people were up. You know, it was later in the day. We got up early. We went to like 8 a.m.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we didn't run into a lot of people. It was like some fishermen on motorcycles. But the people that were trying to get around, that was mainly on the way back. And that's when like they were asking us like, how long is it? You know, what are we doing or whatever.
We're like, we don't know.
But we get back and we go. Funny enough, there's 2 restaurants that are from Playa del Carmen that have another location in El Cuyo, 2.5 hours away. So there's this place called Off the Vine that's like a wine place. Our friend and our other friend, Marlos, Mary Lou, who we've talked about on this podcast before, she was there with her parents.
Yeah.
And like we knew they were there the day we were getting there, but they had left. But they came back from Merida and they stayed the night there. So we met up with them for wine and it was great.
It was
but
lovely.
It was super
I
funny.
love that her parents come from Holland and she's just dragging them around the whole,
Mexico.
Yucatan. Here we go. But that was nice to see friends, even though I wanted it like just us.
Yeah,
and
but it was nice. It was a good amount of
It was
time.
great. It was perfect.
Yeah. So for your actual birthday, we woke up, watched the sunrise.
We did.
We ate at a little cute restaurant.
Naya?
Yeah.
Naya?
Naya. I think.
N-A-I-A.
Yeah. But really good food.
Really good food.
They had a sign in there. You know, like usually they advertise like kite surfing schools or whatever. It was like learn to trapeze or
Yeah.
something. Like I was like, what?
So funny.
You know what we're doing for my birthday?
No.
We're going to fucking trapeze.
That's what I said. This is what you would be doing for your birthday.
Yeah. No. But so we went to the beach early again. I think we were done by 3. You know, it's your birthday, so we're drinking and smoking. We ate weed
like,
cookies at like
vegan
10
is in.
a.m. Like we're, whatever. So then we go back after the beach. We go to back to the hotel, sit on the patio. I brought some craft beers because I didn't think they'd have a lot there, even though the Off the Vine had a couple craft beers. So
They
that was
did.
nice.
Yeah, very nice.
And so we had a couple beers there, and then we decide there's a happy hour from 4 to 7 at this one restaurant. So we go
2 for
there.
$1.
Yeah, 2 for $1s. And then I've been asking you all day, where do you want to eat for dinner? Where do you want to eat for dinner? I don't know. I give you all these options.
Well, there's only like 5 restaurants in the area.
Yeah,
and
well, like nicer restaurants.
Yeah, nicer.
Like,
And we went to mostly all of them. And then we were going back. Actually, the one we went for happy hour was a new one we hadn't been to. And I was like, I just want to pop around to these couple. Let's have some drinks, happy hour drinks, and some snacks. And we'll move on to the next one and do the same thing.
yeah.
And it didn't work out that way.
Yeah. So after happy hour, I had 2 for $1 margs. And then you had 2 for $1 gin and tonics. What are you
tonics.
doing, you
I don't-
psycho?
I turned
You are
40
getting old.
I turned 42 and I
You want a
started
mint
drinking
julep,
gin.
Grandma?
I don't even like gin, but it was the most. I wanted something refreshing after like
Yeah,
beer all day,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like,
No, I get
I
that.
need something different.
So we go home to change,
Wardrobe
and
change, birthday.
I remember changing, and then I woke up on the bed,
Oh.
and you're like, Nate, you got to eat something, and you're just feeding me pasta, and I'm like, and what else? Pizza, maybe? Was it pizza and pasta?
No, the pizza didn't come. We got a from the kids meal. We got a kids pasta and a kids cheeseburger.
Okay.
There were
yeah.
only 3 things that I could get for some reason at that time, or that I could understand that I could get at that time. So I was like, I want all 3 things on the kids menu.
Give me one of everything.
I
Like
just
how
want
we used to do at the
all
all-inclusive. Give me all the desserts.
All the
Bring them
desserts.
to my room.
I need 2 of each. No. So I was like, I need 1 of each. And then you're passed out.
Yeah, from your perspective, what happened? So
Yes.
I think I was laying on the bed while you were getting ready, right?
Yes. We
And
had
then I
some
probably-
more drinks there at the house. I
I think I got roofied.
think you got roofied. I think the the happy hour restaurant didn't like your vibe, and they were trying to
You
talk
think so?
to me, and I think they were trying to take you down.
Oh, shit.
I
What did
think-
I do?
I don't know. Remember that guy, the server? He had an attitude.
He
We were
was
like,
weird.
We were ordering drinks. We were ordering apps. We were being polite. We were using our Spanish. We weren't being,
Yeah.
loud or anything. There were other people there. I don't know. He just was not happy with life or with us. So I think he roofied you, or maybe he was trying to
think so.
roofie me.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Oh, yeah, because I did drink your other drink.
You did. You had some, or you just drank too much. But we went
I don't
back.
know.
We smoked a little, drank a little more.
I'm not saying I didn't have a good amount to drink because we were, all day going for your birthday. But it was weird that we were drinking and smoking all day, and then I have 2 little 2-for-1 margaritas, and then I can't remember anything after that, basically. And then the next day, usually, like, let's be real, like if you drink enough to like pass out or fall asleep or whatever, you feel like shit in the morning. I felt fine. And I've been roofied like 2 or 3 times in college, and
not on purpose.
No, not on purpose. I drank some other girl's drink where the bartender was trying to roofie her.
Oh my god.
And actually you got roofied too at my birthday.
I did.
Maybe it's a birthday thing with us. Hey, happy birthday!
Roofies,
Put some roofie in your drink.
So I you passed out. I thought you were just gonna. Sometimes you'll take like a little 20-minute cat nap, and then you'll spring back up and have more energy than you did before.
That's
so
what
I'm
I was
like,
thinking.
I'm getting ready. And then you weren't waking up, and I'm like just drinking and dancing on the patio by myself, listening to my girl music, and you still didn't get up. And I was like, all right, it's getting late. I didn't even care about like going out for like actual birthday dinner because we had such great meals every night. It was like a birthday dinner every night.
And we were kind of doing trying to do apps at all the places we were stopping.
I was like,
and
I want to
stuff.
get a buzz. I don't want to eat a big meal
Real quick,
and then pass out.
Remember when like it was like maybe 6-7 years ago when they were the Punta Cana stuff and like the tainted alcohol because they were doing cheap alcohol and it was like killing people and stuff.
Maybe it was that.
It was a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Maybe for the 2-for-1s they do some like cheap fucking grain out or like some roofie alcohol.
And I will say I did not feel I had a buzz on from the day, but 2 big fishbowl or not fishbowl, 2 big wine glasses of gin and tonic. I should have been just as wasted as you.
Yeah, so
and
maybe my margarita had like some weird tequila in it or something because it was weird when you woke me back up to eat something. I just remember going like I can't see.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
were like
see.
I'm dizzy, and that's what happened to me when I got roofied at your birthday that time. I couldn't open my eyes because everything was like spinning all the time.
Got the name of the episode, Roofie Colada.
Roofie Colada, Roofie Rita.
Yeah, Roofie Rita.
Roofie Rita. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Perfect. So yeah, you were not getting up, and I was like, I need to get us food.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Rappy there. I'm standing.
And Rappy is kind of like Uber Eats.
Oh
if
yeah,
you don't know.
like Uber Eats. No Uber Eats, none of that. I'm trying to figure out what we can order, and the only place that I know what to order from is Off the Vine, and they're literally like there. Like I can see them.
They're like we could have zip lined there if we had a zip line.
I could have zip lined.
I could have taken the drone and floated it down there.
I WhatsApp them and message them my order. I want one of each thing on the kids menu. They're like, cool, no problem. It'll be ready in like 30 minutes for some reason or something like that. So I'm like, could you bring it to me? I don't want to. I said, can you please bring it to me? And I sent them a picture of where I was. I was like, my husband's not feeling well. I don't want to leave, and I'll tip you extra. So I could have just walked down there, but for some reason I was drunk too because I'd been drinking. I opened my bottle of my birthday wine and was drinking that to the face all by myself. So I was like, I don't want to leave. Something's going to happen. So I don't know why I was scared to leave the place.
Yeah, it's like right across the street and literally nobody's in this town. I think only 4 people live there.
Yeah. Maybe
so
that's
where
why.
did they bring it? Like
So
up the stairs?
The lady, I saw her walking and I was like, let me go. I'm like, yes, I'm figuring out my cash already. And I go to the stairs to go meet her. And she's like, no, don't worry. She came up to me all the way up, climbed the 2 flights of stairs or whatever. And was like, they don't have the pizza. There's no pizza, but I brought the other 2. And I was like, motherfucker. Okay, that's
couldn't
fine.
Have text me that?
You couldn't have messaged that or
could have sent a carrier pigeon?
No pizza at your pizza place, like whatever. So I was like, that's fine, no problem. Went back in the room and she started following me. And I was just like, please just, give me 1 minute. And I shut the door because I don't want her to see like you passed out everywhere. And I'm trying to figure out my money. And I go back. All I have is small bills that
not enough.
And then a 500 peso, which was more than enough. So I gave her the 500 peso. I was like, have a great night. Here you go. I tipped her like 200 pesos.
Like $10. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you Rappied it, that's probably what you'd pay.
Yeah,
you'd pay an upcharge and then you'd pay a delivery fee. Then you'd pay a tip for the waiter.
Yes. And she only spoke in Spanish. And then all of a sudden she goes, are you sure? And shows me the math on her phone of what I'm giving. I said, yes, amiga. Thank you so much. Take it. It's yours. It's, a gift, whatever. It's you. Take it. Okay, cool. Then I get back to you, and that's when I woke you up, like, let's eat. And I took a little picture of our little beef cheeseburger and pasta. It was so good.
Oh, man.
It was great.
I did not feel, like I said, I didn't feel like drunk, sick, like blah blah blah. Like
Yeah.
I just felt like dizzy. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
you
why
didn't throw
can't I
up or
see?
anything,
Like
and-
and like I said, I didn't feel bad in the morning or anything. It was really
I cut
weird.
the burger in half and then like put your pasta on a plate, and I said, "Here's your half a burger." You literally came up and were like, ate the whole half in one bite. You're just like, boom,
Oh
shovel.
my god.
And then you come over to the pasta and you're just dogging the pasta. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I haven't eaten any yet. I was like, that's my half. This is your half. And you're like, oh, okay. And you go to the other plate, chow that down, and then you just pass straight back out. And I was like, oh, shit, I think he got roofied.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
I feel really bad though. I do.
Don't feel bad. We had great meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day leading up to that day, and we had my birthday breakfast. That's what I really wanted, was birthday breakfast.
Yeah, we did. We got good breakfast.
So that was so fun.
Yeah.
And then the end of the night, I had a blast by myself. You were passed out. Kimonito was keeping you company. He's very concerned. I'm on our patio, just dancing, listening to girl music,
Pink
saying hi to
Pony
people,
Club.
watching things. Yeah, it was definitely. People are probably like, "Oh my god, this white girl,"
Yeah.
but I had a great time.
Oh, good. Good for you. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. I was very sad to leave. I
Yeah.
want to go back.
And then on the way back, there is just like the dogs that were laying everywhere. So of all the places in these little
Dogs.
tiny villages, you lay in the one spot where you could die. Like,
Right?
if you could just lay like in your yard or anywhere else, but they're like, I'm gonna lay on the not interstate, but it's a road where
Yeah.
cars are going by. You
They
know,
ain't
it's like what the heck?
scared. They're like, "Do it." What do you know?
And then we get the car back, and we're worried. So we put the gas in, and then we're worried about. Well, first of all, when we were going through the really skinny road where we had to pull in the mirrors,
Mhm.
the branches were rubbing across alongside the car,
Yeah.
and so I was super worried that it was all scratched up.
You'd hear it sometimes like screech.
Yeah, but I didn't
We're
know if
like,
it was just the dirt from that was getting kicked up or whatever. So we took it to a car wash.
Mhm.
We've never been to a car wash here in Mexico. And
Never.
It was funny actually because the car wash. It looked like an automated
So
car wash.
old.
You pull up. It was like an old automated car wash. You pull up to it. The girl comes out. You pay her.
Yeah,
She picked the
cash.
package or whatever. You pick cash. And so we come around to where we think, like we can see the big, like
Spinny,
spinny
brushy
thing, brush thing, whatever. And so we're like, okay, it's like an automated car wash. We come around the corner and there's a kid out there
Mhm.
with a mop and a spray gun. And he's just like, he sprays your car down and then he mops it down or whatever.
Mhm.
And then you go through the spinny thing.
He
So it's like,
pushed us through. You had to get on the track first. He's like, left, right, this. We line it up. And then I look back and I'm like, babe, he is pushing the car into the car wash. He had to manually push us
yeah,
in
put in neutral.
to
it
get it
pushes
going.
So we do that. And we also paid to get it vacuumed because last time we rented, they charged us an extra, well, kind of like not bribed us, but
Yeah.
extorted us for 200 pesos because they were like, oh, it's 400 pesos because you got dog hair in it. And I was like, come on, bro. It's like, it's not that much. I put more gas in it. So they made us pay 200 pesos, which is like 10, 12 bucks.
That's fine.
Um,
It's my precious baby
yeah.
angel hair.
So this time, yeah, right. So this time we put down like sheets and stuff over the seats so we wouldn't get dog hair everywhere. There still ended up being dog hair in the car.
Yeah, I did
So so then we we paid for the vacuuming inside, and
Mhm.
after we get done with the car wash, we go up to waiting to get our car vacuumed, and he tells us an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? I was like, no, like
We
we
were
had to have the
like,
car back in like 20 minutes,
Yeah, we're like, we gotta go.
and then he's like 40 minutes
Oh.
or 45, and then he gets down to 30, and it was
Mm.
like. We're like, no, and I don't know why I even cared. We already paid for it. Like, so we
Yeah.
basically just paid for it. And so we're like, let's just rush home, get the vacuum it out, do that. I go back, take the car back, and the guy pulls me out. He says, hey, come here. I need to show you this. And he says, yeah, it's going to be 3,000 pesos for the dog hair,
You're
which is like
high.
$160. And
Get
I'm
outta
like,
here.
I was like, no. I was like, absolutely not. Show me where it says that because you guys are vacuuming this fucking car anyway.
They had a huge shop vac thing. You're getting all those hairs in one. But there's
Yeah.
sand everywhere. Sand is worse than dog hair.
Right. So I was like, no. And he's like, okay, well, if you go inside and we tell them that you didn't bring the car back in, good condition or whatever, you're going to pay the 3,000 pesos. He's like, or you can pay my coworker here who's going to have to vacuum the dog hair out. You can give him 400 pesos or 200 pesos, which is like 10, 12 bucks. So I was like, all right, whatever. It's better than paying $160.
Seems convenient.
Yeah. So super annoying, but
Very annoying.
yeah. So, but good birthday.
Great birthday. I love it. 42 was fabulous. I feel very relaxed and refreshed, and I'm very tan and happy.
Nice. I think we should maybe hang on to the Airbnb horror story.
Yeah, this was a longer one.
Do you want
Maybe we'll
to?
save 'em.
There's 2 there. Do you want to do the second one or quickly getting high with the Hansons? Or
yeah, let's do Getting High with the Hansons.
all right, it's been a minute, so we will do this.
Fitting.
This will, yes, seriously does. All right, well, here we go.
Get high with the Hansons.
So this happened when I took Jess and John to Cozumel, and I don't think they were high, but I was high. And we were sitting on the beach, and I can't remember, we were talking about, I think one of their relatives had done the thing where you get hypnotized to quit smoking or something like that. So I brought up the conversation, isn't hypnotizing people like the weirdest thing that we don't talk about, like as a society?
Oh, yeah.
Like that there's just certain people that are able to mind control other people by just speaking to them.
Yeah.
Like they're not injecting them with anything or giving them any kind of, like, whatever. Like they just talk to them and then they can control their body and mind.
Do you believe in hypnotizing?
Oh yeah, I've seen it happen. Yeah, have you?
Okay. Is this science now? We don't believe in the stardust, but we
I don't-
believe in hypnotizing.
It's one of those things I've seen it with my own eyes,
Right.
But and actually my brother's been hypnotized.
Were you guys joking around though?
No,
or seriously.
no, it was at like they used to do at senior or after prom. Did you ever have after prom?
Like after your prom, like your dance prom?
Yeah, like prom,
Oh.
like I don't know, maybe it's an Iowa thing. So
Yeah.
we would have after prom, and it's like a thing that they put on at the high school after, like, because the dance was somewhere else, and then they do it out. It's basically to keep kids from going out and partying and drinking and driving and stuff like that.
I
So
gotcha.
they'd have like an event, and you go there, and you'd have to check in, and you get like free pizza and soda, and then they'd have entertainment. They'd have like music, or they'd have like a magician, or whatever, just to like kind of keep everybody occupied.
Is this a kids party or
No,
a
it's
prom?
high school.
A magician?
I don't know. I'm just saying magician. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe. Didn't you have magicians?
Not at prom.
No, it wasn't at prom. It was at after prom.
Wow. I wish I
Let me
grew up in
see.
Iowa. We did not have.
You didn't have after prom?
No, we had prom not at school. It was at a different location. But I think after that they were like, go home. But we all had hotels that we said we were staying at our friends' houses.
Yeah. I mean, we did too, but like you'd have to go. We'd go into, like you'd have to go in and like check in or whatever,
Yeah.
and I think we would like have to sneak out because they would mark you when you left too, or something.
We were actually, me and my friends were late to prom, and we were the last ones to prom because we were drinking and whatever at the hotel. They were just about to call our parents to see where we were. They thought something happened to us.
Shit.
I would have been so much trouble. Don't listen, Mom and Dad. I would have been in so much trouble.
After prom or post prom refers to the parties, activities, or gatherings held immediately after formal high school prom, often lasting until dawn. These events are typically designated to be safe, supervised alternatives to unsupervised partying, and often features activities like bowling, amusement parks, or late night food. Remember in Florida, the
cute.
kids used to go to like Disney after dark or whatever,
yeah.
like after the after prom
Yeah.
or after prom. But anyway, so at after prom we would have a hypnotist, and I was always terrified to do it. Like I never did it because I thought, I was like, in my high school brain, I'm like, man, I've like smoked weed and done all these things. Like, what if my brain freaks out and I like take my pants off or something, to like do something silly.
What if he makes me pee my pants?
Yeah, but oh man, I'll have to ask my mom what my brother did. But he actually got hypnotized, and I didn't remember that happening, but I do remember when we were younger, he got a hypnotist book or whatever.
Oh.
Hypnosis, maybe.
Yeah.
Hypnosis book. Yeah, and he was like trying to learn how to do it because I think he was so intrigued by it. But like people will quit smoking with it.
Yeah.
Like I know the government has done some like kind of hypnotizing things, but isn't it like, why don't we like if this thing, and I know it doesn't work on everybody, but why don't we utilize this for more things? I mean, it's like, it's either the government controlling like enemy spies, or it's people quitting smoking.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing it for like literally everything else?
PTSD
Yeah, or just
and-
somebody that's just like lazy and doesn't go to work on time all the time or
Yeah.
something. Can you like, why can't we just go into somebody and be like, hey, I wish I was a little more energetic in the morning or something, or
I wish I didn't drink as much, or I want to work out more,
Yeah.
or I wish I wasn't scared of dogs or something like that.
but it's this thing that I I haven't done a lot of research on it, but I don't feel like we completely understand. But nobody talks about it. It's just like it's like Dippin' Dots. Like it's just this random thing that just pops up in certain weird situations. You know,
That's showing your age, Dippin' Dots.
No, hey, it's the ice cream of the future.
Is it still going on? Is
No.
it still the future?
You can only get Dippin' Dots at like science centers and like fairs and the zoo.
Because it's not the future.
Exactly.
Ice cream.
I'm just saying, like, it's only available in certain situations.
Oh, yeah. They had it at Kennywood.
Oh, yeah. But, actually, another reason why I believe in hypnotizing is because when we were in college and I lived off campus, I lived in an apartment with my buddy Jeff.
Yeah.
And the security guards were also in college. They were like seniors or something. And one of them, and so they would come around, we'd have parties and they'd come around like, hey, you guys okay? Or, hey, keep it down, blah, 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 is complaining or whatever. One of the security guards comes in, he's like, hey, I've learned how to hypnotize people. Do you want me to see if I can do it? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we're all like drinking, having this party. We all stopped drinking for like 2 hours and we just watched him hypnotize all of our friends in college. It was insane. This guy, Mark, that used to live upstairs, the security guard guy set him on the couch. We had an air mattress against the wall, put the air mattress in front of him. And he hypnotized him. He said, you're in high school or middle school. You're in the bathroom and you're masturbating and your mom is knocking on the door.
Oh, no.
And so he like did his little thing, snaps him into it. And he's sitting there and he goes, and so the security guard knocks on the mattress, cause that was the door. Yeah. And he's like, Hey son, you doing okay in there? And he's sitting there and he starts going like this, like on his crotch, like he's jerking it.
Oh my God.
And he goes, yeah, mom, I'm just shaving. Like he thought he was like jerking it. Like, and go ahead.
Question.
Yeah.
Does Mark know Mark that lives upstairs? Was he in cahoots with the security? Let's go fuck with these college students.
No, because he did it to everybody.
Oh.
And this other kid that he did it. He told him like when he was giving him the instructions or whatever. It's like you're like programming someone's brain.
Yeah.
When he was giving him the instructions, he said, "Your dick has flown off your body and it's jumping around the room, and you have to catch it, or you're going to lose your dick."
Oh my God.
And of course, we're in college, so we're saying all the stupidest stuff.
Yeah.
Like we're not like, hey, you're Abraham Lincoln or whatever.
Why wouldn't he be like, do you have a problem? Let me help you with a problem. No, let's let our dick fly around.
Yeah, we're in college and it's funny.
God. Boys
so,
are so girls would be like, I want this and I want that.
Oh,
I
man.
want to be a
Some of
better
our-
person.
Yeah, some of our girlfriends are there. I wish we could. I could remember what they did. I'll have to ask my buddy Jeff what we had them do.
Yeah.
Nothing weird, but I'm just saying, like, we probably
Your
asked them
boobs
to
are
do.
falling
Yeah,
off.
right. Like, my nips.
My
No,
nippies.
but so he's like, all right, snaps him into it. This dude looked like he was chasing a robber. He was jumping over the couch, under the kitchen table, like knocking chairs over and stuff to catch his dick that was flying around.
Oh my God.
Right?
How do you like snap him out of it?
I don't know. What if you don't?
I wonder, reach out to that friend, be like, do you have any problems with your dick nowadays? Like from college, or are you okay?
Anytime I have a bush light, I just fucking run around the room. It's crazy.
Maybe he's like, anytime someone says fly, I'm like, my dick.
But I'm curious, like some of them at the after prom, they would, we should have just done the fucking,
Done it all.
Airbnb horror story, because this has lasted just as long. But I've always wondered, so like, yeah, after prom, they'd say like, oh, you're a fireman and you're climbing up a ladder or whatever, and then they printed it. But what if they, or you're act like this person? What if they asked you, because it's like your subconscious, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if they ask you to act like somebody you don't know who they are?
Oh,
Like
it'd probably be your
like Abraham,
interpretation.
Selena's dad.
Yeah.
Like, what if they say that?
He would probably, just be like, oh, my dad.
Yeah. But no, like if he said, hey, pretend you're Abraham Lincoln and you didn't know who Abraham Lincoln is, what would you do? Like, would it be like AI where it just like, if it doesn't know what it is, it just spits out something crazy? Or
I bet like if you're an American in college, you probably know who Abraham Lincoln is. So maybe even if you're like, I don't know Abraham Lincoln, your subconscious probably learned in school who he is, and you'll make some interpretation.
Okay,
of
well,
him.
I'm just using him as an example,
Okay,
but I'm just saying, like, if it was somebody you genuinely was a famous person, but you did not know.
Yeah.
Because, like, one of them, Oh, that's what my mom said. She said my brother, like, they have a bunch of chairs and they're all like sitting there to sleep.
Yeah.
And then, some of them, they can't be hypnotized.
Yeah.
So like if they say, okay, go ahead or whatever. And then they take him like, okay, this guy's not into it or whatever.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, oh yeah, he's not, cause she was a chaperone.
Oh.
Like, oh, he's not, snapping into it. And all of a sudden my brother goes, and they said pretend you're riding a motorcycle like through the desert or something like that. And so he actually did it. He was like pretending to ride. But I need to talk to him like, is it like you're in a fog? Is it like you black out and when you come to, you don't remember doing any of it?
That's what I assume.
Or do you do it and you're like, I don't know why I'm doing this? Like, that's just so weird, right? That nobody like really talks about this.
Yeah, maybe it's like once you're giving the instructions, you're just on like autopilot. And then maybe after that, you're like, oh, why was I doing this again? Because I mean, you see in movies, they snap you out of it and they're just like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but anyway, that was my high conversation. Why, why don't we talk about this and what actually happened? So, if anybody that's listening has been hypnotized, knows someone that's been hypnotized,
Is a hypnotist.
ask him these questions and please like comment on this episode or like send us a voicemail somehow. I don't know.
We got to know somebody that's a hypnotist somewhere.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, but yeah, super weird. So I would love to do some more research on this and figure it out. So, yeah, let us know, please.
Please let us know.
All right. Well, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you had a fantastic birthday.
Thank you so much again to everybody that wished me happy birthday. I appreciate you more than you know. My heart is very happy.
Good. Glad. So, as usual, buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on hiatus. You can buy some virtual beers. HansonsOnHiatus.com. If you got some friends or family you think would be enjoying the show and you want to share it with them, we've got all the links there. If you want to become a monthly Fucky supporter, if you're enjoying the stories and the good times and the information, and you just want to support the podcast because we're doing it for free, we greatly appreciate any help you could be. So thank you so much. As usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.